Hey guys, this is the general reading for Capricorn for October 2018. So it's Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant Capricorn in your chart, or if you're just guided to this video, or even if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, or on a Capricorn. Also, it may be good for you to watch your other Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus significant placements in your charts, or whatever videos you're drawn to of my other videos, if this doesn't resonate, or just to get a more complete picture. This energy could flip-flop, so apply it to your life as necessary. Some, none, or all of it may apply. I can read it as you. It could be somebody else. I can read it as love, and it's career or finance. I mean, just apply it as necessary. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. This is the soul journey reading for Capricorn. So I will, after this, do a soulmate reading for Capricorn. So this is just for the ones that are about their soul journey, their soul evolution, more personalized things. Sometimes other things come into it, but for the most part, I try to focus on soul journey type stuff, soul growth. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. I'll go in order next time based off who has the most likes, unless somebody really blows it out of the water, the park, whatever, with comments. But like or dislike, whatever, and subscribe and hit the bell. And thank you for all those who send me emails, sharing their stories, who do comment, who come to me for services, donations, all that. It's very much appreciated. If you're interested in private readings, I will have information in the description box below, which should have at least some of my prices for the readings, and my email, my PayPal, all that good stuff. All right. So I really feel like you guys are going through, I mean, this is a very transitional period for whoever is resonating with this video. Something that's going to cause, you know, a little bit of hardships, slightly bittersweet in a way. But in the end, it's for your good. It's for your growth. This is a very, and I know you guys are going to be like kind of karmic phase again. And I know you guys are always getting that, but this is a big lesson. But what is going on here and where it's going to lead, it's going to lead you to really good things. And I think that's one of the messages of it, really mostly in this, is to know that, so that you don't block the good that comes. Like, basically kind of what I've said in the past, like, don't get jaded from all of this, or lose hope, or just think that everything's going to end up badly, so why bother, or whatever. The way, you know, where you are right now in your central position is you have the Six of Swords. So really wanting to mentally move on to a better place, a brighter place. But what's crossing you is you have the Justice card and Strength. So, I mean, I get kind of different things for this. Obviously, there's a perception of things not being fair or wronged. There's an imbalance. Also needing to make a decision. Seeing the truth of a decision. And finding it within you or somebody else to make that decision. With the Justice card, it could be a divorce. It could be anything, legal matters. But really, it could just even be something that's out of balance, just not right. Something's not fair. And it's really taken a lot within you or somebody else to really see this and make this decision to do what needs to be done in order to mentally free yourself and move on or move forward, to kind of get out of this darkness in a way. In your distant past or in your subconscious, you have the Hierophant reversed, you have the Magician reversed, and you have the Seven of Cups reversed. So again, this could be pertaining to a marriage, the Hierophant reversed, but really maybe not seeing the lesson, but even more so, just it could be any type of commitment, loyalty, marriage, anything like that, that it just wasn't going good. Maybe even manipulation involved. But just something that you weren't really feeling into, committed to, wanting to invest in a way of sparking and taking action. And you either coming out of confusion about this, or this was coming to light. For a small percentage of you, I really get that there may be somebody else or some other opportunity that is of significance that is now starting to come to mind, come to light. Because, you know, in this card, here's the Seven of Cups, but one of them is facing up and it's towards the sun. Like, one of these cups is good. This could be you choosing you, or this could be you choosing an option, like what to do. And it could just be you walking away from the situation, or it could be another person, situation, opportunity, whatever. And that's not really strong because, I mean, it is actually, but more so when I look further into the decks. But as far as this immediate, what the cards are showing, it's more of, I'm sorry about my gum, my mouth's dry, so. It's more of an immediate, like, you choosing yourself thing. Something better for you, even if it's just your own peace of mind. But there is some indications of maybe someone or something else is in your mind, or that may come in the future. But either way, you starting to kind of know underneath it all, or come to, you know, you're starting to know, you're starting to see this isn't going to work, basically. In your recent past, you have the Hangman. And you kind of have been waiting around really to decide what to do with this situation too, whether somebody else is going to, or whether you're going to, how you're going to do it. It could have been due to finances, especially. And also that inner strength within yourself. But you also had to look at something to see it differently. So you could have either put yourself in this position to see it differently, or just kind of you being stuck has made you see things differently. I mean, maybe you even having to wait around and things just not being good for a while has really made you see things differently. Something has. Because in your, what's crowning the reading or what's in your thoughts is you have the Ten of Swords. Something came about that made you just mentally be done with it. And that's why you're sitting here wanting or mentally moving on. But something happened, like I said, that you're just done. You or somebody else is done. And it's something that you probably have persevered through and stayed through and just worked through for a while. I mean, it could even be a Taurus, but it doesn't have to be at all. I mean, the only reason I say that is there's a bull in there. It could be an air sign as well, but that doesn't matter. I don't like to focus on sides because it doesn't even matter. In your likely future, you have the Three of Swords. And it's just all bound up. Like, it hurts. And that's why I say, you know, a big lesson in this that we'll end up talking about and getting to is not to let this, you know, trap you again or pull you in a perspective where you're not able to embrace or enjoy, you know, good things that come to you, because you're kind of backtracking, it seems like, or you have the possibility to. The way you see yourself is the Ten of Pentacles. And I did clarify this because I wanted to know exactly what this meant, whether it was you see yourself like loyal and family, having built up a legacy, I don't know, maybe just money. And it was. This card is about money, focusing on your finances, business, all of that. Like, you're focusing on your finances. Which possibly could be to get you out of this situation, or because that's all you just really want to focus on right now. It's probably also what makes you feel good, or, you know, just it allows you to escape a little bit. What's in your environment is the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. And so this could be a very loving and creative card, but it also could be seen a different way. And I really wanted to see what way it was meant on this. And what came up is the Moon reversed and Rich Good Gentleman. And this to me gives me the vibe of, you know, because the Knight of Cups can also be seen as somebody who, they just love love. They offer love a lot. They love the beginning stages of love, but it's not a very completely mature, balanced, kind of grounded love, but mature love. It's really just the offer or the excitement of the love with love, but not the mature part with it. And that's, besides just saying Rich Good Gentleman, like, that's kind of what this is saying is, is kind of the more negative side of the Son of Cups. Somebody could be in your environment. Somebody could be seeing you like that too. I don't know. Apply that as necessary. But what could be in your environment is somebody like that, who's not quite like the Knight of Wands, although they could have that energy as well, like the flighty in out, just worried about themselves, but pertaining to love especially, or just not very emotionally mature, maybe. What's in your hopes and fears is you have the Star. Something you really, really want, but it could also be just being on your path, what you're supposed to do. Could be fate, having hope, whatever. But I wanted to clarify it to see exactly what it was. And the cards really are saying that you really want release from this situation. You want that news that this is released, or you're giving that news that this is going to be released. And although you want that, it also, you know, is bittersweet. It does kind of either scare you, or it's not ideal. You know what I mean? But it's just been like a prison. You felt stuck, gloominess. Again, here's the court system, the ending. This was a karmic type situation. You have a few cards here indicating this was karmic in order to get you to learn things and to help you towards the next phase of your life that actually has good things coming towards you. And this hasn't made you feel all that good or that strong, but going through all of this, especially if you just take the lesson and let the rest go, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you happier, and you will be able to get a lot more of the things that you want, which kind of matches exactly like the likely outcome, which is temperance. So balance, and you have a lot of cards pertaining to balance here as well, like a lot actually. But I really see a lot of it with this bird, crane, whatever it is, crying on this fire. It's almost like putting this flame out, which you could see as a torturous flame, or you can just see whatever this situation is. There is an ending to it. Let me see. I mean, there's definitely ending of the situation and taking a different path. And it gets kind of rough and bumpy for a little while for you. But blessings do come and good comes. But you just kind of got to get through it for a minute. And don't... Yeah, I mean, it basically brings you to balance and happiness and good things. Like how it goes also from the dark to the light. Because you have like the coffin, tower, and flowers. A death of being stuck and good things coming. And the bottom of the deck, you have Six of Cups and the Lovers. So this could be, you know, something very significant for you. But I also really get this as really looking, like this maybe having you look really into your past and into yourself about what has colored or affected and nurtured the growth of you. Where did all that come from? Your parents, your past relationships, your friends, situations that happened in your life, and really thinking back to that. You might even be thinking, some of you might be thinking about a past relationship. It could be this relationship as far as like a soulmate relationship or opportunity, however apply it to your life. It could be a past one. But since this is a soul journey reading, I'm going to take this as you. in the sense of really evaluating yourself. Because at the end of the day, even the Lovers card is really about ourselves. It shows the manifested reflection of that as far as the physical male, female, but it's really about the seeing the other sides of yourself and the integration of those. And you know, this situation may actually make you look at other parts of yourself, because that was some other things that came up, was some shadow sides of yourself, some parts of yourself that you had never really seen before or knew was there, and learning more about yourself. And that's what I think this process is going to help you kind of grow and see, because you're really going to start to look at who you are and what those experiences and things in your life from your past up till now, how they have formed you into who you are. And seeing all that for what it was and integrating that within yourself. Because it's really all about you know, learning who you are in the world, getting to know the new you. It might be really good for you guys to ground yourself during this process, maybe even be around animals. You know, if you're having trouble being around people right now, be around animals, you know, things that you know you can trust but are still going to give you grounding and nurturing and comfort. It says a moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. So like I said, really thinking about things from your past. This could either be a person, it could be multiple people, it could be multiple situations. Really just looking how things from your past have formed you into who you are. Did you make mistakes? I mean, everything happened in the way it should be. You know what I mean? Don't go back. Don't get into that trap of, did I do this wrong? Should I have done this? What if I had done this? This would have turned out different. I mean, you can't go back to the past anyway, so that's a waste of mental energy. But obviously for this to be happening in your life and it's bringing you to a new phase that's really good for you, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You didn't make wrong decisions. Could you have handled them a little bit better? Yeah, sure, probably. I mean, everybody could have, but you know what you know when you know it. You know, if you don't know it, you don't know it. Like, you just do the best you can at the current place you are. It's just about creating your new life. And during this downtime, while you're in transition, downtime if you want to call it that, use your time well, you know, really spend some time reflecting, but also some time grounding yourself, just doing different things, working, getting things together. Don't harp too much, don't get too much in the mental space, because you just don't want to find that rabbit hole. I just get this vibe that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You didn't do something wrong, or you didn't choose wrong. Because it's coming. I mean, especially for Capricorns, because I think Capricorns are kind of one of the more competitive signs, you know, really wanting to do things right, or if they take a test, wanting to get like the best grade, or just not wanting to do things wrong. And it might really, you know, hurt to feel like you had made a wrong decision in this, but this was needed to learn, you know. When you will make a wrong decision is when you choose to go through a situation like this and let it go and not learn from it, and just choose to be angry or resentful about it. Then you will I'm not going to say wrong because you could eventually learn and then you learn more lessons, but you get what I'm saying. Like, that's more of a wrong choice. Having taken a risk on something in your life, especially if you've weighed it out and it didn't work, it's completed its cycle, you didn't make a wrong decision. That's life. Life goes through cycles. Things come and go. Some longer, some shorter, but they come and go. So it's time for this to go. At least right now, it's time to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for this cycle to change and for you to hopefully get your lesson from it. So do that part that you're supposed to do with this. Don't let it have gone in vain, and be grateful for the time that you had and be grateful for the lessons that you learned, you know? Because some other cards that you have is the Temple Path. This is very much being on your path. This is very much like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. This is a karmic lesson for you, so pay attention to the choices that you make. Come here. You're being guided during this process, just like there's all these lights. You are being guided during this, but you're definitely where you're supposed to be. I know there's financial constraints during this, but you will be okay. That's probably, like I said, why you're working so much on your money. There's probably financial things you can't see, like how this door is closed. So things probably will come to help you out. It'll probably go better than you think. And you have walking away. And which is funny because, I mean, a lot of these cards go in some crazy ways, but one of the other ones that's in here is the garden and the gate, which I'll show you later. This is her being stuck in a place that she's built, but staring at this gate like she's wanting to go explore the unknown. And, you know, here you are doing it. So you're going to try out some new or different option and explore the unknown. I think you're taking the risk. And it's what you're supposed to do. You probably will be taking a risk, mostly financially, but I feel also some of your internal values, you know, you might have to struggle with for a minute or something. But it is your crown chakra. You are receiving the information you should be. You're definitely being guided during this. The man and woman holding a coin. Contract. So this could be a business deal. It could be that you and this person were together and stayed together through, if it is a marriage, a situation that was based on convenience and or finances. And because of that, and it lasted way longer than it should have, there was hostilities and being stuck in a situation where you just want to leave and go explore. You feel out of balance. It was causing anxiety because all you really want was the happy family, but instead you just feel attached to something that you don't want to be attached to. She's holding a mask. It's like you were sold a lie. There's deceit, angel of strength, envy. I don't know. Somebody really could have been deceitful in this situation. Maybe trying to like really try to maintain their, I want to say, it doesn't have to be lustful things. I mean, like, just that thing in them that's wanting to go Probably your darker side, actually. The side that you're not really wanting to admit to or pay attention. You or this other person. Or you could just feel like you want a whole different life, like how she's attached to something. And she either took the mask off or she's looking at it like, I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to be this person. Like, you just wanting to change your life. There's another part of you that's coming out. You could be wanting to make more money. You could want maybe having more sexual desires. Either way, there's something else that you really want. And you being stuck in this situation doesn't allow you to have it. And you've really been thinking about what's in your heart and wanting to express that. You've been doing a lot of thinking about other possibilities. What else in life is there? Being patient, waiting on this situation to either heal or get so bad that you have to decide what to do because you've been indecisive. Trying to have the courage and use your intuition to figure out what to do and what you really want. Take action and go for things in life that are going to bring you happiness and go on that journey. To find the other person who wants the same thing as you. The other person who is like your other half, the other situation that completes whatever you're thinking of or looking at. But either way, that the situation mirrors itself. Something about this situation didn't mirror you anymore. It didn't mirror your wants. It didn't mirror your plans. It didn't mirror your desires. And wanting to go for something else that did. Some of you, it is a very loving connection because you have the man and the woman and man holding a heart. Angel of love, caring connections. And the World card. So ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Strategy, yin yang, a balance, literally somebody or something that completes you or what you wanted. Blossoming abundance, victory. So like I said, some of you are just wanting to get away from this. Some of you are wanting to go towards an opportunity or situation. Or try something different. And some of you, it literally is like another person or relationship that you've been thinking about. And what you're being asked to do is really just pull back your energy, listen so that you can receive the proper messages that you're supposed to. Also pull back. By pulling back, it not only allows you to listen better and be in the more receptive mode, but it also allows you to cleanse and detoxify and take yourself out of outside energies of, you know, everybody's thoughts, what they think, what you should do, you know, just your energy you're picking up on. Maybe even your own desires are being affected because as you're around them, you know, whether you have jealousy, envy, lust, just seeing other people and situations you want to be in. You know, sometimes you just got to get away from things just to sit in your own space. And how do you feel? Sometimes people can go in this world and just get wrapped up in everything and just get lost in the matrix, and it just affects their minds. And because of all the things going on and the patterns and societal influences and just all this stuff that is made to impact and influence your mind for its benefit, you can get lost in that and forget what you really want and what's really in your heart and really in your energy. And so you're really needing to just pull back, get away from other energies, detoxify, maybe even look at your diet, do some exercise, You know, I don't know. If you smoke, don't smoke, whatever. You know all this stuff. Like, just do things better for you. But at the very least, detox energies around you. Be in your own energy for a minute. Maybe go in a little hermit mode in order to just really see, what do you want? What do you want to go for? And don't get jaded by all this and be like, oh, well, this blew up, so is everything else. Well, if you have that attitude, everything else is. You're absolutely right. Whatever you think is going to happen will. It's a balance between knowing that things come and go, some are longer than others, and knowing that your reality also affects your beliefs, and your thoughts also affect your reality. It's a balance of that. Because yes, sometimes things do go outside of what we think, because that's the natural cycle of life. But it's about upholding your thoughts and beliefs the best you can, so that creates the up moments, because life's already going to throw you those cycles. You might as well learn how within your thoughts to manifest a better, brighter life for yourself, so that it can better withhold the flows of life, basically. Don't get jaded and just go humbug on the world. Flow with it. It's teaching you about balance, because you had the yin yang card, you had the temperance card, you have giving and receiving. This is teaching you in a lot of ways, this situation you are going through, whether it's business, love, whatever, how to know that you deserve and interact better with a more balanced give and take relationship of any kind. You have giving and receiving relationship, release and surrender, new partner, let your past go. So somebody is definitely coming in, whether it's, I feel like I have a hair on my shirt. It's annoying. Somebody is definitely coming, whatever, in somebody, some situation, some opportunity, but do your work in the process. Detox and heal yourself, because this needs healing. And then some other oracle cards for you is, you have changed in the night. You have changed quickly. Follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. The right way. Learning to create what you desire. And we're all mad here. Everybody is a little bit different. So this is very much about, this is a big shift in your life. You know, you're going to go, hey, you're going to go through a big shift. You know, a lot of uncertainties, asking who you are in this world, what you want. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to change. But it's going to be a good opportunity for you. Be curious about this more than fearful about this, because come at this world with a level of curiosity in what's next, and let the rest go, because there's some great opportunities coming for you. It's all over the place here. And knowing that you may not feel things are fair, you may even be being judged in a way that's not fair. People don't really know what's going on with you, or their preconceived notions are not correct. Or you could be judging somebody else in not a fair way. Maybe somebody is doing this to you and you don't really know what's going on to them. Either way, there's a feeling of things not being fair here, whether how people are treating you or what you're doing or perceiving with other people. I found it. And really learning the right way through this process to learn how to get what you really want. Maybe even by looking at that side of you that comes up in your shadow side, and really realizing that, newsflash, a big reason that was also keeping you from what you wanted was you. That there might have been things that you were doing that you didn't realize what was going on or how it was affecting things, or the fact that you were just doing things for whatever patterns were there, and realizing that you didn't really know there were parts of yourself. And they're coming up. And now you're learning them and exploring them. And it is a little bit rough, but you are sorry, you're learning this process. And it is going to get rough sometimes because you're just going to want to like get to that other side. Hey, I don't know. What is going on with this video? Like, you might feel like you have just so much stuff going on around you and just, I don't know, either things that are uncontrolled or just happening, like chaos everywhere. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like one thing after another type vibe. That's probably why you want to just get to the other side, because this right way card is very much about things, you know, you just want to get to the other side. Like this, like, it's kind of the way I feel lately is that, you know, I actually had a dream about it the other night where I had a dream, you know, it was a room, but it was a house, and there was almost this thing connecting, you know, that thing that connects like the airport to the plane, a little walkway transition part. Almost like you see in sci-fi movies too, between the building and the experiment they're looking at, not in a quarantine kind of way, but just the transition. It's kind of like that, and they were still building it. And I knew it went to the other house, like the two houses or rooms were connected, but it had that thing in between, and I kept trying to go over there, and people were like, be careful, it's still being built. And I was like, don't worry, I'm being really careful. And I'm like walking, but really careful on the thing, making sure it's not going to fall apart, but testing it out. And it was pretty interesting. Because I thought about it when I woke up, and I was like, it was weird. I never got to the other side. I never got to the other room. House, whatever, area. And it's because it wasn't done being built yet. That's what the people kept telling me. So that's kind of like either like what Spirit is telling me or something like that. And it's like, you're not ready yet to go to that part or to go to that phase. Because there's things you're supposed to experience, pleasant and not pleasant, that are going to build you and get you growth-wise to where you need to be. So when you get to that new phase, you now have access. It's almost like leveling up in a game. Like you go through this, this, and this, but you got to go through this, this, and this to get to the next level in the game. And then you have all these new opportunities that come up because now you're in the new level, but you didn't get it before because you were in the lower level. That's exactly like what's going on right now in your life. And you might even be getting like, what the heck? Like you just want to get to the next phase, and you might even feel it coming, or you're just like, ugh. I know I get angry bull. I'm a Taurus sun, so, you know, bulls just get, you know, they don't like being confined and everything. So, you know, and that's probably for me, the reason for that is not only things are being built, but to get this level of frustration in a way, like healthy frustration, to where, and maybe you guys are frustrated in a lot of ways, not just with this, but, you know, you have a lot of things of shadow and all that. You might be sexually frustrated, or somebody is. I don't know. But either way. So that even fear can't hold me back, you know, because I'm just so, like, ready to go and wanting to do it. And that might be really you guys with this, wanting to create stuff the right way. I know it doesn't fully say that, but when you look even at the meaning of card, that's really what it is wanting to get to the next transition already. And you guys might just really be feeling that feeling like, I've had enough. I've had enough. Not only of the karmic things and all of that, but you're just like, I've had enough. I've learned it. I know. Can I please just get to the next phase? Can I just get to the abundance? You know, all that stuff. And it's coming. It's truly coming. But you're gonna, exactly like what keeps happening here around me, you're gonna go through these little things and just bear with it. Just be patient, take breaths, come back into yourself, you know, detox sometimes for a little while because it might get you, and just continue looking at what am I supposed to get from this. Because you are getting there. And I think the reason that it's holding you back from that other room or that other house, as what I was saying, is because it's really wanting you to see something about yourself that you really need to know, so that when you gain access to that next level, you can go about things in a better, more beneficial way, or even so that you can even just handle it. But basically, there is something that you're supposed to see or figure out before you level up or to gain leveling up. It's kind of like how, you have to it's like playing a game and you keep getting right to the end and you keep dying. And you've got to keep redoing it over and over again. And you're just like, I know what to do and I'm doing it, but what can I do any differently? Why do I keep dying? And it's because there's just that one thing you don't see yet, or you just haven't really mastered in exactly the right way that just knocks you over that threshold that just boop, 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 it's done. And then there you go, you level up. Totally the same thing here. That's what this vibe is all about. And I think that thing that you're missing is something about you. Because we're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. And this really is about noticing that as you're going through this process, that you're really just seeing that, there's kind of mad or just whatever, crazy, not crazy sides of you, while you also seeing it in other people and just accepting and respecting that. That you are who you are. That you're not as perfect as you thought, but at the same time knowing you're still just as perfect as you thought you were. Like finding that balance. Yeah, exactly. Balance. Like of all the things about balance. Accepting those sides, the light and the dark. Not trying to put on such a mask of perfection. But at the same time knowing that imperfection actually creates your perfection. You thinking it's not a perfection is actually an illusion, all in your mind. It is those different sides of you that create that beauty. But you have to stop pushing it down. Exactly like this in the beginning. This is crazy how it's come together. Like what's crossing you? Justice and strength. This balance. Pushing this down. That part of you down. Yes, finding a balance of it. So of maturing and growing. But at the same time, not pushing it down even just for a minute to be able to see it. To see the light and the dark, the balance, the truth of all this. This is what you're pushing down. Look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful all this stuff is that made you who you are today. Of all different colors, all different emotions, all different emotions. See how many colors? This tree wouldn't have been exactly what it is today if it wasn't for all of these, and all these colors are of emotions. The excitement, the sadness, the passion, the fear, the happiness, the joy, the despair, whatever else. The creation. All of it. Maybe there's some more that you need to create. Which actually, there was a thing about speaking your truth, and you've got very little blue. And very little of your upper chakras. So really being stuck in your lower chakras. Not really much making it past the heart level 1. You probably still have some healing left here, but really needing to start speaking your truth and finding a way to express yourself, whether it's talking, whether it's art, whether it's through writing, whether it's through working. As long as that it creates an expression for you of something that you like and that you're passionate about. but also listening to your intuition and allowing that message to be received from above. Because you have all of these colors are all like your lower 5 chakras. There's really very, very, very hardly any blue, no purple, and no indigo. So anyways, that just made me think of that. But anyways, here's your balance, here's what you're shoving down. And that's what this path, that you seeing that, acknowledging and loving that, and even seeing that as part of the beauty in you, who you are, and allowing that balance to happen it's going to level you up, okay? It's going to level you up to this abundance coming in that you guys keep being like, why do I keep dying at the last minute and having to keep learning the same? It's almost like you get there and then you die and you've got to go back and keep relearning the same. You're like, I've already learned these lessons. Why do I have to keep learning these lessons? Because you're shoving this part of you down. This lesson you have not learned. You're too busy trying to hold your mask, mostly to yourself. There's a part of you that you are shoving down and not seeing. And it's your shadow side. Like this, I pulled one card that for me is very much about, these cards are about, soul growth, the soul journey. And you have the Watcher, Queen of Mirrors, the Queen of Cups. You also have under it the Hangman, so that's your second Hangman. Definitely seeing things from a different perspective. Wow, that's weird. And underneath that, you have the King of Cups, King of Mirrors, Sojourner, which is somebody who's like a traveler, but they're on like a spiritual journey, and they show gratitude for where they're currently at and knowing that they're always moving and things are changing. But it also could be seeing some connection in a different perspective too. So maybe this situation comes back around for you or something else does. But it's very much about the shadow side. To keep an open mind and not allow your beliefs to become rigid and staid. S-T-A-I-D. I don't know. It's healthy to bid farewell to those areas in life that no longer serve their original purpose. The winds of change produce enlightenment. So, just don't look at this from a negative perspective. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. Oh no, I know what I'm supposed to do. Let's read one of these and then I'm gonna let you go. The animal spirit cards. Sorry it took so long for this video to come out. Ideally I would like to have all my videos done, but I'm going for my stuff too, so it is what it is. You get what you get. All right, Capricorn. Yeah. So I'm only going to read one, but I'll show you the other one. Coyote is very much about a trickster energy. And I feel like this is you tricking yourself. And you might be around somebody who also you think you couldn't trust or tricking you, but they're also sharing that frequency with you. So Coyote is very much about a trickster energy, but I regardless what's in your environment, I think it's also about you tricking yourself. But it's also about somebody who can roll with the punches and laugh and be lighthearted about things. Like, don't take things so seriously. So this is about like really just taking the lesson and letting the rest go. And not only not taking things so seriously with other people, but even with yourself, especially with yourself. Just look at the lesson and let the rest go, and lighten up. Don't become jaded. Dragonflies, I'll also say this beforehand, dragonflies are one of the main, if not the only, I'm not sure if they're the only, but they're one of the main type of insects that transform. And when they transform and fly, they can fly in any direction. Like a butterfly can only fly in one direction. A dragonfly can fly in any direction. So this is really you saying, this is all on you and in your perception and within this part of yourself to see how you're seeing and looking at things and your habits and that part of yourself that is affecting you, that you're stuffing down, and knowing that it's up to you, that you could go any way with this situation. Remember I was saying the life gives you enough things. Don't add to it. Allow your perception to allow you to have those highs and those good moments so that you could ride the lows when life brings you a lesson. But if you feel like you're always stuck and always getting lessons and lesson and never getting the good things, and you just keep dying and going back to phase one, it's because something in you is keeping you there. It's up to you how this goes. You can go in any direction. So which way do you want it to go? Dragonfly, illusion. So I'm going to read this to you and then we're going to be done. Dragonfly breaks illusions, brings visions of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. Dragonfly medicine is the dream time and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly's wings reminds us of colors not found in our everyday experience. Dragonfly's shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. Some legends say that dragonfly was once dragon, and that dragon had scales like dragonfly's wings. Dragon was full of wisdom and flew through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and the illusion of changing form. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote, wow, that's really weird. Your other one is coyote. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, which is your own mind tricking you. Okay, that's what this is all saying here. It's your own mind tricking you. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. In accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, whatever, dragon lost its power. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of the tiny spirits of plants and of the elements air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. If dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. Also, remember I said about detoxing with foods? And be grateful. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the midst of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation, and remember that things are never completely as they seem. Exactly. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope this helps you. I'm gonna next do, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it tonight or tomorrow. I might try to get it out of the way real quick, but the Capricorn Soulmate video. But I hope this helps you guys. Good luck on this. Not really even good luck, just heed this advice, because you really do have great things coming for you. So I'm actually excited for you. Just don't stand in your own way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Especially like and subscribe and hit the bell. But leave a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. If it doesn't, you don't really have to. It is what it is. Like I said, some, none, or all of this may apply. If you want to know about readings, to know if this applies to you, to look further into this energy, or to get better, advice into this, or how advice to actually apply to your situation, hit me up for a personal reading. But I love you guys. Thank you for everything. I think that's it. Look in the description box below for information about readings if you're interested in that. But there's a lot of intense energies this month, so just keep chugging along and processing all this, and don't run from yourself. Okay, that was your main message. Don't run from yourself or stuff that part of you down. See it, own it, love it, integrate it, and move forward. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.